Hi everyone, welcome to week 7, and this is a 2-page layout that I'll be working in today. I've gone ahead and prepped the pages. They're pretty thin and I wanted to protect what was behind, so I added some drawing paper, or actually it might be sketch paper. I'm not sure, one of the two. So I went ahead and glued it on, and then I applied the gesso. And if you don't have sketch paper or drawing paper, go ahead and use copy paper. And this is what I thought we'd play with today. There's surely more of these distress oxide colors than what you see here, but to be honest, I've never really worked with them. And if you look closely, you will notice that one of them does not belong with the others because I accidentally pulled distress ink, which works a little differently, but you'll see. It's all good. And so let's jump right in. The technique today I'm going to use is to apply the colors directly on this Ranger craft mat. It's kind of like a Teflon-y surface. So you just add the colors, spritz it with water, and then just apply your paper onto it, and you get this really cool effect. It's like watercolor. And yeah, the colors will run. You're supposed to dry them in between the layers, but I'm impatient and I didn't want to pull out the dryer. So here you see me just applying it and then wiping off the excess and then going to other colors. So sit back and watch, and then I'll meet you at the end of this process. So I have to apologize. Apparently my camera went off and it wasn't filming. What I did was I took a paintbrush and I applied color where I couldn't reach on the page. So I'm going to let it dry overnight and work on it tomorrow. And here it is. And I have to tell you, this picture doesn't give it justice. It's really beautiful. It's more vibrant than what you see here. And it's chalky and so lovely. And the texture, it's really nice. And it's just calling to, it just calls for you to work on it, if that makes sense. So the trouble is, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I've pulled my Stabilo Woodies, and I've also pulled some vintage wallpaper scraps and fussy cut pieces and a little bit of painted papers, and we'll see what happens. But you know, at this point, I'm not sure. I'm struggling. So hang in there. I'm going to work on it and then show you what I come up with. Okay, thanks guys. And here it is. Talk about spilling open. Since I decided on the vintage wallpapers, it made sense for me to go through old pictures, and I found the one on the right, which is an art class in session. This came from a K through 12 yearbook, and then I found this quote: "Art isn't meant to be pretty, it's meant to evoke." And I thought that was perfect. I've also been thinking a lot about my word of the year connection, and I'm always feeling that connection with Claudette whenever I'm working in this journal. And even with this quarantine, I'm still very much connected with others and all of you here, and that it's nice to reflect on how positive it's been during these trying times. Then I went into my collection of words and put them together to capture these feelings, and now I'm really happy with how it all came together. And I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week. Take care.